What's up, guys? Dr. Jeff coming to you from Los Angeles. I'm here for a couple days, and today's topic is a new improved you. So, as you guys know, when I'm in LA, I roll with Scarlett right here. What's up, Scarlett? Tell him hey. So, something that comes up for a lot of the guests when they're with us, and people that are trying to get a hold of me ahead of time before they get to Rythmia, is they always say, like, am I going to be a totally different person? Am I going to change who I am as an individual? Am I going to be like totally different than who I am? And the answer is yes and no. Yes and no. And the part that's yes, that's going to be a change for you, is that you are going to shed all of the coping mechanisms you've developed over your lifetime that are not serving you anymore. You're going to get rid of those. So that part, yes, you are going to change in that way. The part that no, you're not going to change is who you are at your core. So if you're a CEO of a company, or you're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, you're not going to change that part of you. That is still who you are. But what you are going to have is a newfound realization about who you are to yourself. So if I've learned to cope with my life by setting up an image of who I am to the world, because that's a safer way to be, that part gets reevaluated when you're at Rythmia, and that part gets shifted. So, for example, what I always talk about with myself personally is, I grew up in an area where I had to be a tough guy. I had to be strong. I had to be intimidating. I had to be somebody that, people wouldn't mess with and wouldn't really try to start anything with me. I learned that is a good way to be safe. I learned that at a very young age. And so I lived my life that way. I lived my life with this false persona. And the false persona was not who I really was deep down. Now, am I a tough guy? Yeah, I am. But is that my true nature? Is that my true self? No, it's not. It's actually not. I'm very sensitive. I'm very emotional. I'm a protector of other people. I am a champion for the underdog, but I am not this mean, angry, tough guy. I had to show that to the world. So when I did plant medicine, what happened is that I shifted completely that part of myself. And I realized that there's moments in life where I need to be tough, and I need to be strong, and I need to be like super hardcore about like what needs to realize in my life and goals. However, that is not who I am at my core. Who I am at my core is sensitive and emotional and connected and loving and helpful. And that's who I really am. So basically what happened with plant medicine was I was able to shed the part of me that was not serving me, was preventing intimacy and blocking my connection with myself and others. And what I learned was there's times when I need to be hardcore. There's times when I need to be tough and strong, and I need to be scary sometimes, right? But that's kind of more rare. So the true me was able to come through in plant medicine. So a new and improved you is basically a way to look at yourself through all the modalities that we offer at Rythmia and get down to the core basics of who you are as an individual. Who you are as an individual is an amazing, amazing person. Super connected, super loving and cool and happy. Okay, so oftentimes, with people that I used to work with, every therapist in LA works with celebs and actors and stuff, right? So when I worked with some of these actors, they were scared because they thought, if I change who I am as a person through therapy, then I'm not going to be able to act. I'm not going to be able to do my job. And that's just so far from the truth. You're going to be stronger at what you do. You're going to be stronger at your career. You're going to be more plugged into who you are as an individual. You're going to be plugged into yourself. You're going to be able to be much more successful than you ever thought possible. So a new and improved you is not far from the real you. Okay? So when you come to Rythmia, you're going to go through a process that we have that's tailored to you. And this process has been tested on thousands of guests. This process works really well. And some of you guys that have done this process know. Like Joe out there, I know you know this. Joe's watching. Joe went through a huge transformation, but at the same time, he stayed himself. He's still Joe. He's still the Joe that we all know and love. But Joe himself realized a couple things about himself that solidified his own identity. And that is super powerful. So when I talk to the guests and they're a little nervous, right? And they're worried about, like, am I going to change? Am I going to be a totally different person? The answer is no. You're still going to be your core self. However, you're going to use different mechanisms to deal with the world. You're going to use different coping mechanisms to help you stay plugged in, to help you stay focused on who you really are as an individual. So a new and improved you isn't some completely new identity, isn't some new person that you've never met. It's you. It's actually who you really are, and you know this at your core. So what Rythmia does is we set you up for this. And we set you up for situations where you can be vulnerable, you can plug into who you are as an individual. And that's what we do here. All right, that's what we do at Rythmia. So, if you look at Scarlett right here, right? Scarlett, okay? She is totally plugged into who she is as a baby. Okay? And she is not resistant to the world. She's not biased. She's not confused about anything. She's a pure soul who is loving and is just her true authentic self. Right, Scarlett? That's who you are. Okay? So, in order for us to get back to our true self, we have to go through a process. And that process is what we have set up at Rythmia, which is breath work, plant medicine, yoga, the classes, all the intentions that we have for you guys set up. Okay, that's what we have set up for you guys to achieve this success. So, I will let Scarlett play by herself over there for a little bit. Okay, because she's excited to she's excited to be playing with her little stuffed animals. So I'm gonna come over here. Okay, so the new and improved you is something that is essential for your own success. Is essential for your connection with the world. If you're unable to really connect with yourself, you're not going to have that ability to be the new you. And when I say new in quotations, because it's really not new. It's just the real self of who you are. So right now at Rythmia, we have a breath work only week. Because there's a variety of guests that don't qualify for plant medicine for whether it's medical reasons or medicine, they're taking prescriptions, whatever. It's all these different reasons. We believe that plant medicine and transformational breath work create the same exact outcomes. So we have a really great program this week of only breath work. There's no plant medicine going on down there. We have a great speaker, Luke Sellers. You guys have read about him. You've seen him. Luke is a solid dude. He is a real guy. And he's somebody that's going to explain to you what's going on in this process. So whether it's breath work, whether it's plant medicine, whether it's yoga, whether it's exercise, whether it's healthy conversation with your friends and family, whether it's Reiki, whatever it is you choose to do, the new you is just below the surface, ready to come out and ready to surface and come up and be successful and happy. So what I want you guys to do is not be worried that you're going to change. You're going to be this whole different person. You're going to change the coping mechanisms that you have. You're going to change because you're not going to hold on to trauma. You're not going to hold on to pain anymore. That part's going to change. But the true you is still there. The true you is still right there. That's not going anywhere. I was watching a video of Aubrey Marcus, who's a thought leader in plant medicine, interesting guy. And he said, a lot of people are afraid. These CEO guys are afraid that, they're going to want to go be a yogi out in the middle, in India. It's like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because your position as a CEO or whatever job you have or whatever position in life you have, that is a very significant role that you have that affects your friends, your family, the people you work with. You're not going to throw that away. Okay, you're not going to throw that away. You're going to still be who you are, but you're just going to be more plugged in and more successful and happier within what you're doing. Okay, you're going to be happier. I didn't change my career. I still work with people. I still have a psychology degree. I still connect with people that have trauma and addiction. Okay, I still do the same thing, right? I still do it. And as you guys know, some of you have heard the story that Jerry talks about, like when I did plant medicine, I was crying saying my degree is worthless, right? But really what I meant by that is the process of therapy is quickly realized with plant medicine. And you can get so much advanced in your life in a quick way if you do it with the way we have set up at Rythmia. It's truly incredible. And I want you guys to come down there and see what we're talking about. You know, just look at our TripAdvisor reviews, look at our YouTube channels, look at all these guests that come, and look what they're saying. Okay, that's real. Okay, because you guys can listen to me and you can say, no way, this guy's full of it. He's part of this company. You can look at Jerry and say, yeah, he's a CEO. Yeah, whatever. He's going to say this, of course. But I'm telling you, look at the guests that have come to Rythmia. There's so many testimonials. Look at these people. They're from all walks of life. Okay, and they are authentic. They're plugged in. They're being very truthful about their experience. The new you, the new and improved you is waiting. It's waiting for you at Rythmia. And we're here. We got the safe container to help you do this work. Come down and check it out. We'll see you guys soon. Pura vida.